Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Ralf Rangnick wants Erik ten Hag to become Manchester United's permanent manager in the summer. There's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. You've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. He's won a couple of titles with them. Revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, and I like the way he develops young players. Erik ten Hag has been the Ajax manager for 5 years. His contract at Ajax expires next year. Before Ajax, Erik ten Hag managed Utrecht. Before then he managed Bayern Munich's reserves, and before then he managed Go Ahead Eagles. Who do you think Manchester United's next manager will be? Well, before the Brentford game it said Manchester United could appoint their next manager this season. Mauricio Pochettino, he's been linked with a managerial role at Man United for a long time. The other week, reports from Italy said that Manchester United made an approach for Simone Inzaghi. Manchester United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson retired. Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson retired. We sacked David Moyes after 10 months. Manchester United finished 7th under the David Moyes era. Then Manchester United sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years, despite Manchester United winning the FA Cup under him. Then Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho. Mourinho enjoyed one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. But the reasons it didn't work out under Mourinho, because he had bad disputes with the board, and he had bad disputes with the top players. And last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after almost 3 years in charge. Solskjaer's final game as Manchester United manager was the 4-1 defeat to Watford. Now Ralf Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for almost 2 months now. He's lost 1 game so far as Manchester United manager. Manchester United lost to Wolves 1-0 at Old Trafford earlier on this season. That was the first time Wolves won at Old Trafford since 1980. Prior to the Brentford game, Rangnick announced Manchester United's new formation. It's the 4-3-3 formation. That formation seems to suit our standards. Obviously Rangnick scrapped the 4-2-2 formation because that formation obviously wasn't working. Earlier on this season it did mention that Rangnick was under pressure and Rangnick was already losing the dressing room, and 17 Manchester United players were unhappy and wanted to leave. But despite that, earlier on this month, Rangnick got told that transfer funds are available for him this month, so reflecting on that, it said he will be backed by the Glazers. There's been some good performances under Rangnick, there's also been poor performances as well. Credit Rangnick though, he has made changes since he's come in, because earlier on in the season he recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also brought Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he brought Saz Chalens in as a sports psychologist. Before Manchester United he was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. So Rangnick is our interim manager till the end of the season, and it did initially say that he'll continue in a consultancy role for a further 2 years. But if Man United don't finish in the top 4, the consultancy role for Ralf Rangnick is in serious doubt. And I can't see Rangnick getting the Man United job on a permanent basis. Now, will Manchester United make a signing in this January transfer window? Well, it's not long now until the January transfer window shuts. There's a lot of players that Manchester United have been linked with. Now, yesterday I gave you some more news on Amadou Haidara. Sky Sports Germany said that RB Leipzig could sell Manchester United and Newcastle target Amadou Haidara for 46 million in this January transfer window. Leipzig will find it hard to turn down an offer of 46 million. It does mention that Ralf Rangnick has verbally agreed a 33 million fee to sign Amadou Haidara. Ralf Rangnick held talks with RB Leipzig chiefs. Amadou Haidara informed his close friends that he wants to join Manchester United, and Haidara said he dreams of playing in England and his favourite club is Man United. Rangnick knows the player well, which is beneficial, and earlier on this season Rangnick said that he wanted Amadou Haidara as his first signing. Haidara has a 33 million release clause. He's got a contract with Leipzig until 2025. He's been at Leipzig since 2019. He's 23 years of age, is a midfielder. Before Leipzig he had a loan spell with Liefering, and before then he was at Red Bull Salzburg. Manchester United are also in for Ousmane Dembele. He said Manchester United are prepared to sign Ousmane Dembele this month, but only on a free transfer. According to reports in France, Barcelona want just £17 million. Dembele has been told to leave Barcelona. Ousmane Dembele insists he will not be blackmailed by Barcelona. Earlier on this season there was talks of a possible swap deal involving Anthony Martial and Ousmane Dembele. I don't want Dembele at Manchester United. The reason is because he's too injury prone. Dembele's contract at Barcelona expires this year. He's been at Barcelona since 2017. Barcelona got him from Borussia Dortmund. They got him for £135 million with add-ons included. Manchester United have also been relentlessly linked with Denis Zakaria from Borussia Mönchengladbach. So there you go. But I think Man United had tried to get a midfielder in because when Ralf Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. Players are going to depart the club this year. Jesse Lingard, there's a good chance that he's going to be leaving. He's close to joining Newcastle. Now, Newcastle recently returned with a second loan offer for Lingard after Manchester United rejected their first approach. Newcastle are willing to pay up to £6 million to loan Lingard and cover the costs of his 80,000 wages. You know, Lingard is keen on the loan move to Newcastle, but Manchester United would prefer to let Lingard leave permanently this month. Jesse Lingard doesn't get in our team. He's out of contract at Man United in the summer. He has been part of the club for a long time. Last season he had a loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Juan Mata I think he's also leaving the club. The last time I read up about Juan Mata, it said Juan Mata was refusing to sign a new contract ahead of a proposed move to La Liga. Apparently, Juan Mata's father and agent had a meeting with Real Sociedad. Mata's out of contract at Man United in the summer, because revert back to last year, Man United extended Juan Mata's contract for a further year. Juan Mata doesn't really get in the team. Lost his place in the team a while ago. Juan Mata's lost that yard of pace and he's aging up, but despite that, he's had a good career at Manchester United. Juan Mata has made, 276 appearances in all competitions and scored 51 goals. Mata's been at Manchester United for 8 years. Got him from Chelsea back in 2014. Manchester United paid 37.1 million. Revert back to 2020, Mata rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Manchester United are also loaning Amad Diallo out. Edison Cavani, he's leaving Manchester United at the end of the season, because earlier on this season, Ralf Rangnick revealed that Edison Cavani wants to stay at Manchester United until the end of the season. Cavani's out of contract at Man United in the summer. By the way, Cavani recently picked up an injury, but I think he is available now. I have been hearing. He had a couple of injuries earlier on this season, did Cavani. Manchester United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani has been linked to Barcelona towards the end of last year. It said Cavani agreed to join Barcelona on an 18-month contract. Barcelona were seeing him as a replacement for Aguero. Aguero retired due to heart problems. Juventus were linked with him. And last year, Cavani rejected Boca Juniors. Anthony Martial, he'll be departing the club this year, but we may have to wait until the summer to offload him. Juventus are interested in taking Martial on loan. Man United are asking for up to 6 million in loan fees. Martial's made it clear that he wants to move abroad. He doesn't want to go to a Premier League club. Don't forget, Martial rejected loan offers from Tottenham and Newcastle. In Ralf Rangnick's press conference not so long ago, he said the Martial matter was resolved, because before then, Rangnick came out and said that Martial refused to play against Aston Villa, but Martial came out and denied claims that he refused to play against Villa. Martial's just come back from injury not so long ago. Last year, Ralf Rangnick confirmed that Martial wants to leave Manchester United, and Martial's agent confirmed that Martial wants to leave the club this month. He's demanding more game time. He's getting nowhere near enough game time at Manchester United. Martial's been at Man United for 7 years. He's got a contract with the club until 2024. He's scored 79 goals in 268 games in all competitions. Manchester United paid an initial fee of 36 million for Martial from Monaco back in 2015. The best season Martial has enjoyed at Man United was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. Donny van de Beek, I think he's also leaving Manchester United this year, but possibly we may have to wait until the summer to offload him. Now, I have been hearing that Everton still want Donny van de Beek. Donny van de Beek rejected Newcastle at one point. Bayern Munich went in for him. Earlier on this season, it did say that Van der Beek is not allowed to leave Man United this month. He did have a bust-up with his agent. But you can't blame Van der Beek for wanting to leave because he's not getting enough opportunities. You know, he hasn't been given enough opportunities under Rangnick. He didn't get enough opportunities under Solskjaer. When we got Rangnick in, I thought Van der Beek was going to get the opportunities he was demanding under Solskjaer, but obviously hasn't. Van der Beek's been at Manchester United for almost 2 years now. He's only managed to score 2 goals for the club. Manchester United got Van der Beek for 40 million, with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year, and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. Matic, I think he's also leaving this year. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still seems to get his opportunities. Matic is the only predominant centre defensive midfielder that Man United have got. I've always had my reservations about him because he's always been a static midfielder, plus he's ageing up and that. But despite that, he's had his good games at Man United. Manchester United got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017. Manchester United got him for around 40 million. Matic is out of contract at Man United in the summer. Paul Pogba, there's a good chance that he'll be departing the club in the summer. Pogba's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Now, not so long ago, Paul Pogba apparently told Manchester United he wants to join Real Madrid in the summer, but there again, PSG is the most likely destination for Pogba. Pogba recently held talks with PSG. Pogba is out with injury, but not so long ago, Ralf Rangnick confirmed that Paul Pogba is set to return to action after the international break. Revert back towards the start of the season when Pogba was fit. He was in scintillating form. He's got 7 assists this season. 4 of them assists came against Leeds on the opening day. Pogba produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he had a thigh injury. He was out for a while. This season is Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he rejoined. He's played 212 games and scored 38 times. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and Manchester United paid £89 million for him, so reflecting on that, he's our most expensive signing at the moment. We had him when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Phil Jones and Bailly will definitely be leaving the club this year. Dalot, do you think he could leave this year? And Man United will be looking to get rid of Dean Henderson permanently. So there you go. Now, Manchester United play West Ham today at Old Trafford. It's a 3 o'clock kick-off. Massive game for Manchester United. If Manchester United win, Manchester United will go above West Ham. As things stand at the moment, Manchester United are 2 points behind West Ham. Manchester United are coming into this game on the back of a 3-1 win against Brentford. Manchester United's goals against Brentford came from Anthony Elanga. It was his first goal of the season. Very good header. Mason Greenwood scored. And Marcus Rashford came off the bench and scored. Marcus Rashford finally ended his 3-month goal drought. And Brentford's goal came from Ivan Toney. It was a good second half performance by Manchester United against Brentford because Man United were clinical, but Man United were poor in the first half. Brentford were very dominant in that first half. You know, they put Man United under pressure, they showed great intensity, and they had some very good chances. David De Gea, though, made some good saves in that first half. Like I said, we have got some players missing. Obviously, Luke Shaw recently picked up an injury. Cavani recently picked up an injury, but I think he's available, like I mentioned earlier on. Jadon Sancho's out due to personal reasons. Lindelof's out due to personal reasons. Lingard recently picked up a knock, but he doesn't get in the team anyway. Erik Bailly, he is not available at the moment because he's at the African Cup of Nations. He don't get in the team much anyway, Erik Bailly. And Wan-Bissaka's obviously not available because he's been out with COVID. So there you go. And I give you the news on Cristiano Ronaldo yesterday. It said Cristiano Ronaldo was a doubt for Manchester United's clash with West Ham with a neck injury. But now I'm hearing that Ronaldo has recovered from that neck injury. So that's good news from a Manchester United perspective. Ronaldo obviously did start against Brentford not so long ago, but Ronaldo got taken off in the game. And Ronaldo was furious for being substituted against Brentford. But Ralf Rangnick defended his decision to substitute Ronaldo against Brentford. Ronaldo missed Manchester United's last 2 games prior to the Brentford one through injury. The other week, Cristiano Ronaldo gave an interview. And obviously in the interview he was very critical of the youngsters. So reflecting on that, Ronaldo's demanding more from the youngsters. Ronaldo also said in his interview that Ralf Rangnick will do a good job at Man United. And Ronaldo did say as well that I'm not at Man United to compete for 6th or 7th. He said finishing below 3rd is unacceptable. Now, recent reports have said that Ronaldo faces a 25% pay cut should Manchester United fail to qualify for the Champions League. Well, it said Ronaldo will leave Man United in the summer if they fail to qualify for the Champions League. Ronaldo is the best player in the world overall. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Since Ronaldo re-signed, he's scored 14 goals in all competitions. He has over 800 goals in his career. Man United re-signed him last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. He wears a number 7 shirt and he's under contract with Man United until 2023. There's an option of a further year. He receives £480,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. West Ham. They lost their last game to Leeds 3-2. I was surprised at that because I was expecting West Ham to win that game. Despite him losing to Leeds, though, West Ham are enjoying a very good season to their standards. West Ham are 4th in the Premier League. They are into the last 16 of the Europa League. You know, West Ham have got a good squad, like I mentioned on the preview. You know, look at the players they've got. You know, they've got Ben Rama, that's good. Ben Rama won't be playing any part today because he's at the African Cup of Nations. They've got Jared Bowen, that's good. They've also got Pablo Fornals, that's good. They've got Michail Antonio. They've got Manuel Lanzini. They've got Yarmolenko. They've got Thomas Souček. I think he's just come back from injury. They've got Nikola Vlasic. They've got Vladimir Kufal, that's good. They have Alex Kral, Craig Dawson. West Ham got Craig Dawson from Watford. Well, at the first, West Ham had Craig Dawson on loan, and then obviously after that, West Ham decided to get him permanently. They've got Mark Noble. Mark Noble's been a very long-serving player at West Ham. Mark Noble's out with injury at the moment. They've got Declan Rice. He's one of the best players that West Ham have got. Declan Rice is predominantly a defensive midfielder, but he can also be deployed as a centre-back. Declan Rice has been at West Ham for like 7.5 years now. He's got a contract with West Ham until 2024. West Ham valued Declan Rice at 100 million. Before West Ham, Rice was at Chelsea. He was in their youth setup for several years, but he actually never got in Chelsea's first team. They've got Aaron Cresswell of West Ham, who's a very good left back. One of the best left backs in the Premier League. They've got Issa Diop. He's a good centre half. Kurt Zouma's also a good defender. He's out with injury at the moment. They've got Ogbonna. He definitely won't play any part in this game because he's out for the season with injury. They've got Ryan Fredericks, who's a good right back. They also have Winston Reid. They've got Daniel Chesters as well, haven't they? I know a couple of the goalkeepers West Ham have got. Obviously, they've got that Areola and they've got Fabianski. Let me put into the equation that West Ham let Sebastian Haller go. They also let Felipe Anderson go. I think that Fredrik Ibsen left them as well. Was it a few years ago now they let Pryor go? David Moyes will be having a reunion with Manchester United today. Obviously, David Moyes is the West Ham manager. You know, Moyes deserves credit. He's doing really well in his second spell at West Ham. He's been West Ham manager for over 2 years in his second spell, and he's got a contract to West Ham until 2024. Moyes didn't do well in his first spell, though, at West Ham. Before West Ham, Moyes was at Sunderland. Sunderland got relegated when they had Moyes, so reflecting on that, Moyes decided to resign. Before Sunderland, Moyes managed Real Sociedad. Obviously, he got sacked by them. Before then, he managed Manchester United. Like I said, Moyes was at Man United for just 10 months. Before then, he managed Everton. He managed Everton a long time ago, but he was a long-serving manager at Everton. He managed Everton for around 11 years, and before then he was at Preston. So there you go. Manchester United won this fixture last season at Old Trafford in the Premier League 1-0. Man United beat West Ham away in the league earlier on this season 2-1. If you do remember rightly, Lingard came off the bench and scored the winner, and De Gea saved a penalty right at the end. West Ham knocked Man United out of the Carabao Cup earlier on this season at Old Trafford 1-0. That was actually the first time West Ham won at Old Trafford since 2007. So anyway, I'll be giving you a match reaction after the game. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.